Joined by a special guest. I guess I should introduce you, right?
No, I'm answer in front of you, in front of your audience, you know.
It's Brittany.
Introduce Batman.
Yeah, right. Brittany is a friend.
You're a friend, not my friend.
Bitch.
Brittany is my friend.
What? Okay.
you walk from
guys, there's enough to go around.
You know those times where people say something and it's like so easy to make a fuckery joke, and it's like,
Jason,
anyway.
I'm not afraid to throw this phone in there.
Well, I mean,
The topic today, guys, is violence.
Yes.
No, it's not.
Actually, I was just voting.
It's actually the opposite.
Violence against men.
Fuck. I kind of wanted to know. No, honestly, you see, if we do that, you might actually kill me. So
I've definitely.
That would be.
Why? No, we can do that topic. I've beaten some men in my day.
Oh my god.
I mean,
what, like Uno? It wasn't me. So.
Definitely beating you right Uno.
No, you didn't.
And dos.
Ooh.
You know you wanted to laugh. Shut up.
Ooh. Anyway. So yeah, you want to talk about that for real?
No, that was a joke.
Oh fuck. Okay. Okay, we have a question from Ashley. And I like it because it's pretty broad. It's pretty open-ended. Do you believe that persons have the tools to make long-lasting relationships?
No.
Well said.
Yo, that lady's mask is upside
Depends.
down. Anyway.
I say it depends.
I mean...
It depends on who.
Alright.
But by and large, no.
Let's pick that question apart. Do you believe persons have the tools to have long-lasting relationships? It didn't say good long-lasting relationships. I have plenty long-lasting relationships that aren't good at all.
That is so true.
That's a fair point.
That's true. But I believe Ashley means like healthy, happy, long-lasting relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what Ashley's talking about.
Yeah.
Who is Ashley? Why do you know other girls?
Wow.
You know what I don't understand? You come on the podcast to bad up Batman. And I don't understand. Where you come from? Anyway, so...
Alright, so this imaginary Ashley girl.
Imagine.
I never heard of this Ashley. Who is this?
I got stop staring my friend. And plus, I know Ashley in the world, so
what, you see how man
you can
sit
pick
up now? You see how
can-
serious he is now?
I can pick any Ashley you want.
Anyway, yeah, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead, Brittany.
Yeah, Jason, tell us the answer to this question.
I did.
Oh my God,
The answer is no. The answer is no.
And why? Answer for 25 points.
Okay. The reason that they don't is because we don't really understand why attraction happens the way it does. We don't know why we're attracted to who we're attracted to in the first place. But to me, it is largely based on, by the way, do you have a vape on you?
No.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked.
Why?
I don't know.
Yo,
It's weird.
You ever see me with a vape?
That's true.
Unless it's mosquito vape.
Wow.
Bitch, why you laughing?
You know what's fucked up? Let me tell you what's fucked up about this. She's going to be so loved by everybody
Exactly.
that she's going to have to be here
Exactly.
all the time. God, I knew you shouldn't have fucking invited her. Anyway, So
Mosquito vape.
as I was, Jesus Christ.
Like, now them going to import more.
I never caught that. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, the reason that we don't have the tools because we don't understand how attraction works, and it's because we're not taught it in schools. We're not taught about attachment styles or anything like that, right? So for me, what I've noticed is that people by and large are attracted to, well, okay, you know, let me set this up
Mark
better.
is an oil diffuser.
It kind of is.
That is amazing.
You're kind of distracting me though.
I'm so sorry, but
Yeah,
I am distracted. And attachment styles.
Yeah, let me just go back to it. Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is that, I'm good. What I'm trying to say is people will learn about love based on their first love relationships, which would be their parents or caregivers or even siblings, right? Yeah. So you could observe your parents' dynamic and then emulate that subconsciously with the people that you date or whatever, right? Or it could be how a parent interacted with you and
Easy.
that love relationship.
Easy no Sigmund.
What the man said?
Like, when you said Sigma, I was like Sigma Run. What the fuck are you talking
Yeah. Freud.
about? Yeah, I just realized what you said.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yui.
I would.
Big up a degree. I mean,
How much you pay
come
for
to
it?
yours.
You know, it's funny. I don't really remember. How much was that bachelor's in like 1942?
Yo,
Oh, what going on?
just give me like 3 weeks and some Photoshop.
Dead.
You have a computer?
Yo, but yo, you are living proof that the deodorant have better use than a piece of paper. You know?
You said deodorant?
Yeah, degree.
Blood clot.
Christ.
I'm
Oh
a
my
speed stick
god.
guy myself, but whatever.
And I am wearing degree today. Hey.
Yo,
Gio.
sponsor us.
Right? This segment was brought to you by
Degree, you're
Degree.
worth it.
Stop stink.
Actually, I don't know the tagline.
Degree stop stink.
Yo, I almost spit this water in Mark's face. By accident.
Dog, don't spit it in our state-of-the-art studio, please. All right,
Please.
for the love of God.
In the hot box.
The what?
Dog, trust me, kind of cool still. But, anyways, did I make my point?
You know, honestly, I'm sorry. I think you were saying
Oh,
that
shit.
we learn from our parents that we
Yeah.
emulate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's where we just replicate our ideas of love because it came from what we observed as children. Yeah, so to me, that's why we don't have the tools, because if it is that we don't even realize that you just want to fuck your parents, then you're not ever going, sorry.
Excuse me.
Freud.
Yo, Jason, I show up yourself.
That's
Okay,
gross, bro.
maybe I should rephrase that, right? Okay.
But that's basically what he was saying, though.
Yes,
Sigma.
it kinda-
Yo, that is one raggedy ass looking puss.
Yeah. The cat's not better either. Oh, that's what you
I
meant.
was
Sorry.
talking about you, Jason.
Alright, listen. Stop disrespect. Yo, anyway.
Oh my god.
Yo, we really can't bring her back.
Never.
We really can't bring her back. But,
Alright, I turned it off.
but yeah, so the what?
I'll turn it off.
Oh, okay, fine. But yeah, so basically that's just what it is. At the end of the day, we have a certain idea of what love is. Now, unfortunately, if you did not have a great example of that growing up, you're kind of screwed. There's no real hope. Well,
That's not true.
okay, yeah, I
because
can't say there's no hope.
People have had great examples and role models around them and still turn out to be pieces of shit.
Can you give me an example?
People.
Yeah, I
I
know
don't want
them.
to call out people name, but yeah, and then there are persons like myself that recognize from early that, yo, the parents thing don't really make no sense. Like, they're not living the ideal life. and so I went out and sought people to look up to and how to learn how to treat people and be treated. So I don't know if I can say, once you're born into the situation, you're screwed, because at the end of the day, it's all a choice at some point.
But here's the issue with that, though. If it is that you don't have any if you didn't get an example of what to look up to, how would you be able to choose? How would you be able to know what is a good example? You get what I'm saying?
From your peers, we don't know.
So use yourself as an example then.
All right, fine.
You have the tools?
No, I had to learn them.
So you have the tools then. Can you learn them?
I mean, listen, I don't even know if I'm even done. You get me?
Well, to be honest, I think we as well-thinking human beings, though we may not have like the blueprint growing up, we have experienced enough to know that if we love ourselves or know how to treat ourselves right, we'll be able to treat others right. You see me? And I know attraction can be very complicated, but I don't think it is as complicated as how we make it seem sometimes. That's just my 2 cents about it. So far in my life, I don't think it's as complicated.
You're the only one who has had like successful relationships in this car.
Who? Mark?
Yeah.
I've had a successful relationship.
Where it gone?
Whoa.
Wow.
I mean, like,
I can answer the question.
I mean,
but
oh my god.
when I say successful, like, logically speaking, it wouldn't be successful if it
didn't
ended.
end. No, yeah. You see,
if we're talking about long lasting.
Personally, I kind of feel like this is a bit of a misnomer. So because the relationship ends,
and I agree with you on that, because my previous relationship ended, and it doesn't mean it was like a horrible relationship.
Exactly.
You see me?
So then we're on to the topic of
The
long-lasting love.
Well, like longevity. Does it mean for the rest of your life, or is it for just that period of your life?
No, we're just talking about your point. We weren't really saying this based on the question. We're just saying, like, because you said, if it didn't last, then is it really successful? And I say it can be. I think it can be. Because you obviously have those long-lasting ones that aren't successful, really. Right? Because you can't use longevity to determine whether it's successful or whatever.
To know what is success and what is a successful relationship. Because if we break up and we're not together again, does that mean it wasn't successful? And then now we're talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, because none of us here have ever been married. So that's the next thing. Huh?
What?
Yeah. What? What's hiding around there?
Yeah,
times are hard. It's time to sell this U.S.
when people
citizenship.
just like mutter things under them breath.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, what?
yeah, that's actually like double micro, you know.
Somebody's just like, yo,
off.
Brittany, I want to go to the States, Like,
say no more.
10 G's for the registration.
Oh, God.
Down payment. Down payment.
Oh, come on, Brittany.
Think in the US.
We get a BMW to that, man.
Oh, I think that was
That is just to save a space.
That's funny, dog. Anyway, what were you saying a while ago, Mark?
Oh yeah. So, what is really successful? Because, like, in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship versus like, you're married, you're in a committed relationship, ring on finger and everything. What is the measure of success? So if I divorce this person and we go our separate ways, is it that the marriage failed? Is it that it wasn't successful? You understand? That's my question.
It wouldn't be successful.
I know. Because technically people say, "Oh, you're married," and it never work out. You understand? But is there another perspective? Could it be that we got married and we got to a certain point where, okay, I realize that my life is going this way, your life is going that way, and we definitely have to part. And it's not like, say, you broke up
Out of animosity.
Out of animosity.
Right.
But you broke up because you
One
both have
person was
like
gay.
different places to go.
Yeah.
I hear this one about if one of them was gay or something.
Give it my look. I mean,
Wow. You know, it's interesting. Like, I think we've kind of kept things relatively, kept our personal lives relatively quiet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you come in and you just,
Tell everybody that you're gay.
I friggin' wish I was gay. I've been trying so hard, but man,
why you want to be gay?
I'm tired of these niggas. Tired.
So you gonna be tired of these bitches instead? No.
Oh, so no.
Let me tell you. No, I need to tell you.
I'm going to be the voice of those people who are going to be like, oh, so you think it's something that you just can turn on and turn off?
I fucking hope so. Listen. Never more have I felt like I really want to be gay since I've been staying at my friend's place here in Kingston, because she has all these girl products and I'm just like, I forgot what it was like to live with women and be able to steal their shit. Oh, she can't hear this then. I'm not stealing your stuff, dude, but like it's just nice to see like femininity and be able to like indulge in it. Like I've been around men for so long now that like we're probably using the same deodorant. Like I wear Axe. Like, fuck. You know what I mean? So I forgot what we were even talking about.
I remember. I just don't want to remind you. So anyway, I want to just change the topic.
But back to the root question, which is, do we have tools for successful long-term relationships? We immediately went to romantic relationships, failing to recognize that friendships
too, you know
are
what I mean?
super valuable, and for me, way more valuable probably in my life than romantic ones, because
But what's the difference though? I mean,
I've had way more success with that.
I don't want to say that our relationship is merely a friend that you fucking, but essentially, it's good to be friends with the people you like, no? It's good to like them as people, no?
I agree.
And then fuck them.
There are different purposes for these.
I'm not saying they're not there. I'm not saying that there isn't, you know. I'm just saying that you want to be friends with the people you're with, ideally. You know what I mean? I can't imagine being with someone that I wouldn't par with otherwise, and it's just attraction. You know what, let me take that back, because that's bullshit. I'm a man. I know my limitations with that. I want to be friends, but sometimes it's like you see somebody, they're just really attractive, and it's like, oh yeah, I just want to
Animal instincts, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. My bad. So that's yeah. Let me just correct that.
You see me?
But ideally, it would be great to be friends with them, and then.
And I mean, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes the sex is just so amazing, but they just can't hold a conversation with you the way you like holding conversations. You probably don't have a lot in common.
Like your mother things on the
Sometimes you don't speak the same language. So I mean. You know what I mean? So you just, I believe friendships are very important. End of story.
I agree.
And I do try to work on them. And I feel like if I could just find a way to transfer the same skills in my friendship to relationships, then it would work. But
that's literally what I was going to ask next. It's like, so what's the difference between, because I think we all have long-lasting friendships.
Yep.
Right, all three of us. So why is it, well, I mean, Mark's fine, so maybe we can't talk about Mark, because Mark seems fine. But
you don't assume that.
Okay,
We don't know
Mark,
if there's
alright,
trouble.
fine. So Mark is having a terrible time. Fuck shit.
No,
So what? Okay, so we're not assuming that either. Okay, let's just assume. What are the transferable skills or the necessary skills that for friendship should be applied to romantic relationships so that they last a long time?
support. Had a very long conversation with a friend of mine recently.
Okay, we have
who
established
is
that
a-
you have friends. Cool.
Shut up. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Who is an insurance advisor, and of course that's not you, not you, Mark. Not you, Mark. And you know how it goes. It's basically selling insurance to people, and he was saying like people don't necessarily support him And the idea of what support is in that regard is often deemed to be, you have to buy insurance from me, which is not the case. It could be just that you encourage that person
Or
when
you
they're
link them
not
to somebody
feeling
else,
their
or-
best. You refer people to them.
Mhm.
You're always thinking about how you can assist them
Mhm.
in what they're doing. And that really impacted me because I recently stopped talking to somebody because I didn't feel like that person supported me at all. Like, I felt like they were extremely judgmental and had these subconscious feelings that were seeping into the conversation sometime.
I get you.
You see me? So,
And it rotted away the friendship.
oh, trust me.
Okay.
So, definitely that. I try to be more conscious of it in friendships because it's not everything you can support your friend to do. You know when somebody genuinely likes to do what they're doing, and you know when they're fucking up.
But
Right.
well, going down that road though, I would say that there are probably things that your friends will do that you don't rate, but do you still support them?
It really depends on what the thing is, I think.
Okay. Because
If
ironically,
it's something self-destructive,
That's what I was thinking,
the
yeah.
lines are very blurry because sometimes these things are phases.
because we'll watch our friends do things and we're like, yo, I don't rate that, I don't rate that, I don't rate that. But we still leave it alone because they're our friend. So we kind of turn a blind eye.
It really depends.
You know?
It really depends. I think most of the time I try to not let them hurt themselves too much
Okay.
or hurt others especially,
Okay.
or do anything that's going to be extremely long lasting and damaging, you know, like to their reputation or to their bodies especially, you know. So
Like get a tattoo that says no regrets.
oh god, yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Or have a child. Well, not all the time that's a bad thing, you know,
Sure, of course.
but sometimes it's the wrong time or the wrong person. It depends.
Okay. Mark, you were saying something about communication, right?
Yeah. Feel like we misinterpret what communication is a lot of the times. Because everybody will say it, you know. Oh yeah man, a good relationship is founded on good communication. And in your mind you might feel like communication means, oh, if this girl that you're with tell you that she don't like something and you don't like it, you must tell her, I don't like it either. And and
I
me
feel
tell
like this
I'm gonna tell you
comes from a
something I
very
like it.
passionate place, Mark.
I'm gonna tell you something I like it. So it's not going to work. That is voicing your opinion, but communicating now is trying to understand where that person is coming from, and that person also comprehending where you're coming from, and then coming to a solution or a compromise for the problem. And also realizing that the problem is not the person necessarily. The problem is whatever situation you guys are faced with.
Yes,
You understand?
it's you two against the problem.
Exactly. So,
Oh, yeah.
you understand? But boy, growing up Jamaican, you know how that go.
Yo, that should be a freaking Netflix series. Can we copyright that? Growing up Jamaican.
You know what I mean?
Sure, no problem. But yo, one thing though, like when you said that thing about communication, my mind went to a fuckery place. And so I just thought to myself, like, what if you had like a girl who was doing sign language, but then the nigga thinking that she's like doing a jitsu or some shit. See, that's
Jason,
miscommunication.
Jason, have you met a girl? Like, what?
Well,
Where did
Brittany,
you come
I
from?
suppose I have.
Someone in jitsu.
Alright, on a serious
Watch
note.
Naruto.
On a serious note though, one thing I strongly believe in, and I'm happy that it's become so widespread that I can speak to somebody about it if I just met them and they know what I'm talking about, is love languages. Because believe me, I do
Gary
have
Chapman.
mine, and I did realize that we do love in the way that we want to be loved oftentimes.
important the ways that we were raised too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are under the impression that, for example, I think this is the most popular example, women are more likely to fall in love mentally, and men love more physical and visual stuff, right? When in fact their love language is a bit more complex than that, you know. And so you have to figure out what yours is and your partner's is, and consciously work on trying things their way, sometimes compromising.
So what's your love language?
Acts of service. Actually, I have it written down somewhere. I can tell you exactly what it is. If you
So Brittany, you want me to wash your car for you?
Bro, you know how much that would make me feel horny. Like somebody would wash my car. Listen to me. I have a jerk man that I went to.
Whoa.
What
Everything.
the
I
hell?
don't know how that is. Listen. All right. So in my community, there is a jerk center that's open every Friday and Saturday, and so I go there because the food is good and the people are nice, right? So we became friends and stuff. And me being me don't wash my car because I ain't got no time, and where I live is under construction constantly, so cars are always dirty.
Oh,
And the
Jamaica,
guy
you
was
live.
like, hey, you know, black cars
Concern free.
should be washed every week, you know. So if you want, I'll come wash your car, you know. And believe me, that was the most romantic thing anyone's
Turn me
ever said
on
to
in
me.
the early morning.
Shit, you gotta go and get copyright.
Trust
Get
me.
busy.
I don't care for compliments. That is the bottom of the list for me. Sort of, because I
What's
tend
compliments
to,
again? Words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
yeah.
Your body big.
You're beautiful.
Whatever. I'm gonna tell you my love languages in a second.
You just said it was acts of service.
You just said access service.
No. Alright, here's the
Wait,
thing.
the one you
Here's a
give versus the one you giving.
Here's a misconception. The misconception is that you only have one, which is not the case. It's more like,
Did you read the book, my girl? Anyway, continue.
did you?
Yeah, actually,
Yes,
I did.
we both did.
Actually, did read the book.
I didn't read the book. But
Yeah,
I
you
don't,
said she ready for joke number show now.
Alright, fine.
With her acts of service, killing people.
I do believe that I have more than one. Like they all are
Yeah,
important.
we all do.
We do all these.
They're
It's
all
just
important.
those are
Not just
primary.
predominant, predominant. Like one that we focus on.
Like if
the
not
most.
dead, you know everything else is
Everything
just like
crumble down.
yeah.
I think I've developed this because of how I was raised. Because I think
Okay.
I told you this yesterday, Jason.
You did.
Because
Continue.
that's, although my parents are very special people, the times that they did show any sort of positive anything would have been them giving me stuff or doing stuff for me,
Okay.
right?
Mm.
So those are, I think, recognized mentally for me as affection, as well
My
as
bad.
physical touch.
Okay. So all right, let me ask you this. So you wouldn't say that like gifts then?
I said gifts. Gifts are still important.
No, but it's pronounced gifs.
Wow. Anyway,
Don't send your children to Arden.
Wait.
Yo, stop loving me up there, my girl. Shit.
Oh, wow. In the middle of the podcast, I'm asking, did we order pizza?
No, we didn't.
It's,
I-
it's
'cause I
getting down to the
asked.
time.
I asked and y'all was like, no.
Wait, that was the plan?
Since when did I become group leader?
Wow.
You aren't. Trust
so
me. I'm just saying.
misogynistic.
I'm just saying.
What the fuck?
I didn't know. I never. Because I don't want pizza. So what are we getting?
Are we getting pizza, Mark?
I don't know. Are we? Is that what you want?
I guess.
Then I can work with that.
Jeez.
See that communication.
Love language. Pizza. Pizza's a whole love language.
Wait,
But-
is this
It is on. What are you talking
Oh
about?
my
Shit,
God.
what the fuck do you think this is?
We're hungry, guys. Don't
Anyway,
judge.
I don't care. I'm leaving it. I don't give a shit. That was like just 1 minute. It's fine. But yeah, so you were saying that gifts, gifts.
Spell gifts.
GIFTS.
Okay.
You know it's fucked up.
You're fully gonna spell it,
Dog, I hate that shit, dog. I don't know what it is. It's like, it's weird because like whenever I've been writing so much, it's like J's and G's are just fucking out. It's like the same shit.
Literacy is it in you?
It's not. Jesus Christ. Can't believe
My
I
name's
found one.
Jason. Wait, I'm Brittany. Oh shit.
What is happening?
I have no clue.
Yo, ever since I opened that tin.
Oh yeah, that's definitely. She talking. You know those Danish cookies that your grandmother never have?
They're not
But
Danish.
is always a sewing kit in there, some fuckery. Is that she opened? So
That is
don't worry
not
about
what
it.
It is luxury pirouettes. Okay. Product of Indonesia. Gross.
Pepperidge Farm remembers. Anyway, right. So you're saying that gifts, you appreciate those as well. That is one
Only
of
if
them.
they're thoughtful. Like, if they're not thoughtful and they're just really nice and expensive, fine. But
Okay.
I do appreciate and cherish gifts that I receive.
So like a handmade
Yeah,
spliff.
I freaking love like handwritten letters or handmade cards.
Okay.
Handwritten letters and handmade cards. Okay.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, I can save
I
some
still
money.
have all the ones that were made for me from like high school, prep school, university.
That's
Love
cute.
letters that I've received.
Wow.
You know, Valentine's Day, although Valentine's Day is meant to be like a romantic holiday, but you know, my friends and I, we
Holiday.
were all like single and shit, so we made each other Valentine's gifts, and because we were broke and shit, so still
Wow.
have them. Still have
So
them.
I have like some comments about that.
You
Y'all
never got
made
any.
each other Valentine's. When was this?
So Yui.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Little
if that's
tokens.
sad or
It wasn't sad at all. It was really awesome.
it's really
actually.
beautiful.
Yeah, because you have to appreciate your friends and show them that you appreciate them.
I appreciate my friends, but I don't fucking get them. Then again, I'm a
You
guy,
never-
so I suppose
You never give me nothing.
the sexual
Cute. Yeah.
differences there are just what they are.
These were guys and chicks. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I still find that weird.
Also, somebody gave me a riding crop, but that's another story.
You'll be welcome back with open arms in future episodes. I am positive. But going back to the traits that you would need in order to have a successful long-term friendship, which would translate into romance. I mean, I would say I'm trying to like figure out the term. I want to make sure I use the right term. I guess I would say compatibility, right? Cause like, if y'all don't like come together, and there's like not this synergy, I'm like, well, what are you doing? You know what I mean? It's one of those things that are not super crucial to a relationship, but to me, it's like if you don't really have that thing where you just like you put two chemicals together, it makes this new thing, and it's great and it's useful and da 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 da.
Myth.
I think, yeah, like meth, exactly. Great. It's like you're still
Why
missing
is
out.
Mark is licking his lips with
I love that blue shit.
Why do you know the color, Jason?
I watched Breaking Bad 2.
Oh,
Breaking Bad 2, the musical. You know, watch that? Okay, yeah.
I tried, but I ended up losing my virginity.
Okay. Did you watch Better Call Saul?
What?
I started.
Okay.
You watch it?
No.
Oh.
But I hear it's good. So maybe I should.
I agree with what you're saying, Jason. I think the main thing is, and it's the same for relationships, there has to kind of be a common goal, and because we're always changing, you have to grow together as well.
Yeah.
At the same, or I guess a similar rate in the right direction, you know? So,
Yeah, I mean, or at the very least, when it starts, you going in the same direction. Because it's like we were saying before, like, yo, you could get married to somebody And people change. They want a different life path. And it may involve them being single. It may involve them being polyamorous. It may involve them moving to the Sahara to search for buried treasure. I don't know. But people just doing their thing. But as long as you came together in the first place with compatibility, then I'm thinking, thank you. I'm thinking that there is the compatibility really makes the relationship. It's like adding spice to food. You know what I mean?
Mm.
It's not just bland shit.
Honestly, I've met so many people. I've
Mhm.
met so many people over the last few years. Sometimes I sit down and try, and I like randomly remember that, oh my god, I was talking to this person for months every day. Where are they? I forgot their name. I don't even remember what they look like. And the fact is, it never worked out as a friendship or anything else because the chemistry wasn't there. Like, I hung out with Jason all day yesterday by accident. Honestly. Like, we had fun in a supermarket, in a parking lot, on the roadside. Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't happen with just anybody.
I am touched. Thank you.
Yeah, we know somebody touch it.
So did we answer the question? Do we have the tools? Oh yeah, we agreed. Kinda no.
I think, like, you
But
know,
maybe
the
you
love
can get them.
languages is a great tool if you learn it and you learn how to use it.
No, but here's the problem though. Even if you get someone that can teach you, or no, you can teach them, okay, this is how I like to be loved, but they're still a selfish piece of shit, then what? You can't really help.
Yeah, the question asks if you have the tools, not if them have the tools.
Hold on,
Never ask
all right,
them.
let me look at the question. Do you believe that persons have the tools? It's not you. It's people in
So
general.
don't date cats. Great.
If what? Okay. Again, you're doing it again. Communication, right? Okay. So, yeah, to me, I feel like if we answered the question, I mean, I guess the answer is kind of no, not really. But I don't know.
I don't know. I think we have instinctively developed this negative
Connotation.
view on relationships. Like,
Really?
honestly, I keep thinking, and I think a lot of girls feel the same way, that, for example, why you don't have children? In our minds, it's like, I'm going to be a single mother. Like, it's going to not work out. Or you get with somebody, it's not going to work out. It's going to fail. Like, you go into it with the notion that it's not going to be successful. So you have to kind of decide these things, and then see to You guys need a moment?
No, good.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So that's the main thing. I think you have to have positive outlook for these things to work. Otherwise, it just won't.
Brittany, I'm not telling no lie. I don't think that matters a blood clot. You know why? Because people will go their entire lives with the best of intentions, being very positive, and this shit still fails. So I don't think that has. I mean, don't get me wrong.
There's no one
You should-
answer.
No, I know that, and I'm not saying that being positive isn't important or isn't necessary. I'm just saying, boy, dog, like, that's kind of just scratching the surface to me. Personally, I kind of feel like if I could offer anything for a concrete answer, it would be what Mark often says, which is like, yo, go back to your fucking childhood. And what the fuck happened that make you think that you need for rundown love in the first place? That's what I would say. Because to me, it's like there is just absolutely no point in being positive alone and thinking that everything's gonna just work out.
I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. I said that you have to have that for it to work.
Okay.
Although, I mean, looking at my parents, they're still together after God knows how many years. Granted, they don't live together.
Honestly, I didn't think they were. I'm not trying to like style you or nothing like that.
Yeah,
like,
nobody.
I actually
Nobody.
didn't think.
I've never met somebody with my family dynamic, honestly.
Fair enough.
So my parents have been together since. How old is my sister?
1845.
Bro. Maybe the last 36 years or more. I don't know. And they have not lived together since I've known myself. Not really. Like they have a visiting relationship.
Conjugal visit.
Like I remember in prep school, or I don't know if it was early high school, learning about the different family types. So you have the nuclear single parent, and then you had the visiting, and I was like, there's a name for it.
That's me.
Like what?
Claude. Yo, no, I'm sorry. This is just I don't like hearing these things, dog. I'm sorry.
But like honestly, that is like one of the major things that has influenced my view subconsciously on relationships. Like I've always had this thing in my mind where I'm like, okay, I don't want to live with my partner. I would like if we have separate homes, separate lives, but we come together when we miss each other. And it would be nice to not have to live in the same room, like even if we're in the same house.
But don't you think that is a reflection of what you saw growing up?
That is literally what I'm saying.
All right.
That's what I said.
But that's the point. That's exactly the point. And let me ask you this. How hard do you think it would be for you to come out of that feeling?
Well,
of wanting to like just live in like different houses, or if it's in the same house, different rooms.
I've already been living with people to see if it was even possible, and I've proved it to myself.
No, but that's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking is,
it is hard. Of course, it's hard.
Okay. Let's switch it to a different component of relationships. How would you be if you observed a toxic relationship dynamic? It would be just as easy to pick up, just as you're picking up the dynamics of living arrangements, the dynamics of children, the dynamics of how to raise them, the dynamics of sex.
From the beginning, me done say, yeah, that's been my take on this.
And that is why
I also said at the beginning that is why, after I've recognized it, I've sought ways and means to change that into what I've now developed as my ideal situation. Is it?
All right, so you're saying that you've figured out how to do that? How to have the ideal situation?
I mean, I don't think it's like a point A to point B situation. I think it's a journey that you have to kind of go on, like a quest.
Okay, I get.
You learn shit as you go along.
I get. No, absolutely, yes. I was just asking because it sounded like you said, yeah, man, I figure out my shit. I know what I want, and I know how to get it, and I have it. That's what it kind of sounded like a while ago. So I was just trying to clarify.
No.
Guys, it's been real. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Britt, for being here. You can still send us questions through our handles. We also have the Wasted Wisdom JA handle. You can follow that. Post your questions there. And we'll see you next week.